clearly I bought the entire store. Went in with a plan, it came out with literally everything that Kroger has to sell. I did also go in starving, so that was my downfall. If you haven't watched my videos before, my whole goal with dieting is I don't really diet, but I do try to make sure my meals are high fiber, high protein, but we still have some fun foods. The goal is to live long, happy, be confident, feel good, look good, all the things, but without the diet mentality. So let's begin. First things first, we got chicken. I always get skinless, boneless chicken breast. It's just one of the easiest. And at Kroger, they have their own skinless, boneless chicken breast for $3.99 a pound. Sometimes it's more on sale, but it's worth it in the long run. I'll usually just put these in a crock pot, make it like shredded chicken or a soup. You can oven roast them, you can put on the grill, whatever you want. The two recipes I went into Kroger knowing I was gonna make was gonna be like this pizza soup that I just brought in my mind, but like, and I have been craving pizza. Because it's a new year, I wanna make sure it's like a healthier version of pizza, and it's also freezing cold outside. So we're gonna make pizza in soup form. How is it gonna turn out? Not quite sure. It is my first time making it. So we're gonna make it together at the end of this video. But to do that, I needed lots of veggies. So I have mushrooms for that. Just the baby bellas, these were the ones on sale. We love a sale. Also, mushrooms have a vitamin D, and since it's getting cold and it's not really sun, any way to get some vitamin D in your diet would be great when you're not outside a lot. Now for the soup, we got some bananas. We love bananas. If we don't eat all of them, you just put them in the freezer for shakes or banana bread later. Also for the pizza soup, green peppers. Usually I don't like green peppers, but I love green peppers on my soup, so I'm gonna do that. Also, the second recipe I wanted to make was like a Greek style, Mediterranean style salad topper, which is all the salad ingredients except for the lettuce, which is good because I did just realize that I forgot lettuce or kale. For the salad topper, I have the red bell peppers to change it up a bit. Also salad, we got some olives and sun-dried tomatoes. I like sun-dried tomatoes that aren't in oil, but you can totally get the ones in oil that are a little bit juicier. These just last a little bit longer. I'll put them in my pantry, and then I'll top the Greek salad topper with this. I also got some seasonings. This is the poultry herb blend. I like this because it has a variety of ones. Also, I like cooking in the crock pot with fresh herbs. I just think the flavors come out better. Since you're not really getting any caramelization from your veggies or your meats in a crock pot, it's a lot better to add some herbs to add some extra flavor. And I got these Ruby Road cherry tomatoes on the vine. Blake doesn't really like tomatoes, but these look super small and doesn't look like they have that many seeds in them. Also, tomatoes are full of lycopene, which is good, especially for men, to reduce the risk of colon cancer. How fun. A random dinner night, we might use some of these tortellinis. I've also been craving tortellini. I thought to make this more of a balanced meal, we could add some chicken or some sort of lean protein with a ton of veggies. This will be the fun part of the meal. Then we'll add some fiber from the veggies, protein from the meat, and then a little bit of cheese. How delightful does that sound? We got a cucumber, a ton of garlic. All my garlic went bad when we were gone, so I got 3 more bulbs. I'll probably use this literally in the entire week. We go through a ton of garlic. And another bell pepper, big bell pepper family. We got the yellow one. I like adding different colors to my salads and my recipes because each color of fruit or veggie has different kinds of vitamins and minerals, and you want to get as many vitamins and minerals as possible. We got parsley. Again, always need the fresh herbs. You could add this to Greek yogurt for a protein dip. I'm gonna add it to my soups. I can add it to my salads, all of that. Onions, because staple, you always need onions, you always need garlic in your pantry. That's literally the first 2 ingredients I put in everything. And we got spinach. I was gonna use the spinach for the soup, the pizza soup, but I'm still deciding on it. Maybe I'll just use this for the salad topper since I forgot lettuce altogether. And then of course, you can't really have pizza soup or pizza without basil. So we got basil that I'm gonna top the soup with. And we had to get some bread. We got the 100% whole wheat. One, because the Sara Lee has 5 grams of protein for 2 slices and 3 grams of fiber for 2 slices. Usually I would want 3 grams of fiber per slice, but this was on sale. And the first ingredient still is whole wheat flour, which is what you wanna look for when buying whole wheat. Classic, Blake and I cannot go along without having eggs, and Kroger has the best sale for these. So we got 18 eggs. I just got the white ones. They're always the cheapest, white, brown eggs. I say this all the time whenever I do a grocery haul. They're the same nutritionally, so whichever one you rather, get that. Also, Blake and I will go through those eggs in literally a week. We have egg sandwiches, probably 90% of breakfasts. And we also have been loving a Greek yogurt as a snack. We keep changing which Greek yogurt we buy. This was like 10 for 8 bones, and we got the Chobani as 0 sugar. I remember not liking some of these, but I have tried the Greek yogurt milk and cookies one, and I really, really like this one. Strawberry cheesecake and toasted coconut vanilla. Each one of these has 60 calories for one of these and then 11 grams of protein. I also might have this before I go work out because I haven't eaten as much as I should today. Actually, I'll put this aside. Another classic staple in our household is apples, and this is the Honey Crisp. Blake's favorite is Honey Crisp, so I get those. I like all apples, it really doesn't matter to me. Also, for some reason, Honey Crisp was on sale again. Usually, if it says sale and it's a produce, I will buy it, and that's how they get me. So I got 5 of those. If I notice we're not eating them, I'll just put them in the crock pot and cook them down to make almost like baked apples or like apple sauce kind of thing. I also got low-fat mozzarella cheese. I like the bar better, so I can just slice and dice it myself because I don't like the bagged as much. They have like a covering around each single slice shred so that they don't all meld together. Also, I like low fat because it's just less saturated fat than whole fat mozzarella, and it tastes exactly the same, especially in a soup. Another staple in our household is cold cuts. And again, it's the cold cuts whatever is on sale. This time it was the Oven Gold turkey breast from Morrison. And then we also got Havarti cheese. I always get a pound of meat, half a pound of cheese, and they're both sliced thin. 2 bags left, and we still have more produce to go through. I got some avocados, 2 for $1, which you can't really beat. So I got 3. Should I gotten 4? Probably, but I didn't want to not use them. We got 2 limes and 2 lemons. You never know when you're gonna need some citrus or zest. A lot of times I use a lemon for sauces or limes for salad dressings, just because sometimes meals, they're too heavy and you just need something to brighten it up. This is what I'll use. And feta cheese, I try getting the cheap crumbled feta cheese. It's just not the same. So it's the feta cheese in the salt brine liquid. It makes all the difference for salad. So we are going to be increasing our fiber and veggies and a lot of produce. I want to make sure that the produce tastes good, and I think Greek salad is not Greek salad unless you have feta cheese. And then for that pizza soup that I talked about, again, we needed some tomatoes. So I usually get crushed tomatoes or chopped tomatoes in a can. They didn't have that, so I got 1 can of peeled tomatoes and 1 can of tomato puree. I will just chop the peeled tomatoes and then put them in the crock pot. And instead of buying like a bazillion chicken stocks, broths, bone broths, I actually am gonna try it better than bouillon. My mom uses this all the time. So many people use this all the time. And you don't have to worry about opening a stock and not using it all and wasting it. That is everything. Most of it is produce. We got some whole grains. We got some proteins. We also already had lean beef and lean turkey in the freezer, so I knew I didn't need too much proteins. But let me put all this away, and then let's make the pizza soup for the week. Grab your crock pot. We got a pound of meat. The leaner, the better, people. Container of mushrooms. These are pretty big, so I would recommend slicing and dicing them. I misjudged time, and I have 6 minutes to make this before I go work out. My husband is teaching an F45 class, and I want to go take that, especially since it's January 2nd. Gotta work out. I have time, so I'm just going to rake some of these little thyme leaves off of it. You don't really want the stem, but all these teeny tiny leaves you want. Maybe 2 teaspoons. Oregano, rosemary, garlic powder. About a tablespoon of tomato paste, 24 ounces of either crushed or pureed tomatoes, 2 green peppers, about 1.25 cups of onion diced, and then 3 garlic cloves. If you're like, Nicole, that's a lot of vegetables for pizza. Think like sausage, pepper, onion pizza, but with beef instead of like pork and instead of pepperoni. It's gonna be good, I promise. About a tablespoon of better than bouillon chicken. I wish I had beef, I don't, so use what you have in your refrigerator. Pepper. About 2 handfuls worth of spinach. Trust the process. But about 1/4 cup of Parmesan in here. Put it on low, 4.5 hours. I'm putting on high, 2.5 hours. Let it sit. You can stir as it cooks if you want. Last thing to add, maybe for the last like 30 minutes, is just about 1/2 cup to a full cup of low-fat mozzarella cheese. And if you want to slice garlic bread or top it with croutons for like a crust-like feeling, you can go for it. Of course, I found guys right before doing the outro, but y'all, that is the video. The year of no diet mentality, but still wanting to look good, feel good, and live a long stinking time. If you have any questions, comments, let me know down below. If you have any video ideas you want to see from me, I would love to hear from you. But y'all, until next time, drink your water, eat your fruits and vegetables, and be kind to yourself and those around you. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.